Do you think that's hard to get those sometimes just because the indie shows aren't done as much as the bigger shows?
It's hard to get because professional wrestling as an art is a visceral art. It's a tactile art, and so it's taught by experience by an more elder statesman getting in the ring and physically making you feel what the emotion and flow of the crowd is, and what you would do and when you would do it, and why you would do it, as where it relates to the crowd's reaction, and that's not there anymore.
Pro wrestler, I've spoken to a lot of pro wrestlers, and it's always said to me, you're never too old to learn.
Absolutely, you
never stop learning. How does that work for a road agent?
It's still the same thing. It's like peeling an onion. The more you peel it, the more layers there are. It just never stops. Every time I am either a road agent, a wrestler, announcer, whatever, magician to the blind, which is awesome. They love card tricks. You just have to say "ta-da" after every trick. They don't know anything happening.
You're always right. That's the good thing about it. Right?
Yeah. Is this your card? I don't know. It is. Ta-da.
Yeah, it is. Trust me, it is.
You're always learning. It's never the same. It's always a challenge. It's always, there's no set in stone. 100%. This is the formula to do it. And it's like painting. Anybody can be a painter, but not everybody can be an artist. Anybody can be a wrestler. Not everybody can be a professional wrestler in the true sense of the word. Paint by numbers, wonderful, beautiful pictures. You're never going to see the painting in a museum. Why? Because they're done from here. They're not done from here. The same with professional wrestling. If it's done from here, it doesn't sell. People aren't motivated to buy it. If it's done from here, people pay, come in droves, and you're able to now get that one moment in time where they have forgotten themselves, and they've forgotten they've watched a wrestling match, and they actually care in any manner whatsoever.
Can you name a spot as a wrestler and as a road agent where that's happened for you?
I wish I could. I've got lots of them, and unfortunately, since I've got basically the memory of a baby goldfish on crack now, it's kind of tough. But I can tell you, because I help with the developmental program in OVW with TNA, and I write there and I produce it, and literally watching, there have been so many moments where we have told a story that literally was for sometimes a year at a time, that built to one particular moment where I tell the guys, I tell people on the indie shows, they always ask, how did I have a good match? I go, here's how. You know if you had a good match. Did the audience forget themselves so much that they took some kind of physical action? If the hero won, did the audience stand on their feet to cheer and possibly try to come over the rail and carry you out on your shoulders and shake your hand? Congratulate you. That's the home run. If you're the bad guy and you won, how close was it that the audience stood on their feet and in anger or frustration or whatever came over the rail to try to stab you? That's the home run. The closer you get an audience member to forget and get so emotionally caught up that they don't even realize they've taken some kind of physical action, that's the home run. And that's how you know how close you got to having a good match.
If I had that right, would it be a situation, even though it wasn't the match, when you used to come out with head and the whole crowd had the mannequin heads and they were doing that? Is that sort of, so I can understand too?
Certainly.
One of the things you're sort of explaining with that?
Yes.
As far as working with talent, who are some of the people you've worked with as a road agent?
Well, all of these young men here at TNA. When I was head of the other, was running the developmental program in OVW when it was associated with WWE. Tons of guys, that are up there presently on the main roster, and now working with several young talent from TNA and OVW, and then all of these young guys here. It's a blast.
Have you had to work with somebody, a lot of young guys you mentioned, so I don't know if this will be relevant. Have you worked with someone as a road agent that you've also worked with wrestling?
Couple, yeah.
You have?
Couple, yeah.
what's that like? Or it's, nah, business as usual, it's fine, whatever.
Just, you know, we don't treat it any different. I'm an outside set of eyes, and I'm there to help and, you know, get the most out of the match.
What do you find most about your job that is just something that maybe an outsider wouldn't know that you think they should understand, people should understand? I know you talked a little bit earlier about how just, you know, there's so much more to this than just going out in that ring and thinking anyone could do it and all like that. I mean, is that one of the bigger messages, if there is a message to get out to people?
Yeah. The whole, is it fake thing, let it go.
But don't you think that has died down a lot from even back in the 10 years ago or now?
You know, it hasn't. And the reason it hasn't is because people don't understand what really is fake in wrestling. It's not the physicality that's fake. It's the intent behind the physicality. From 1912 to 2012, there's only been one thing that's fake in professional wrestling. That's the outcome, that it is predetermined. We all know it's predetermined. Let it go. It's fake. The physicality is not. Every one of the physical holds you see in the ring are legitimate wrestling holds, wrestling moves. Now, the activity, the bumps are a lot of times the guys are working with each other to perform, but when they hit that ring, it hurts. And it does physical damage and guys get hurt. But it's the intent behind the things that are, that's what's fake. It's not the moves that are fake. The guys actually do hit each other. They're not hitting each other, though, to beat each other. And that's the idea. You've got to understand that physically, what you see these guys do, they do. What made Michael Jordan so great was that he could do what he could do so well, it looked easy enough that you thought you could do it too. I did too. My white ass could never jump that far if I ever paid.
Neither could I.
You could put a gun to my head and say jump or die. I'd be like, shoot me now. But he did it so well, and that's the idea of being a professional. And what leads to the misnomer that professional wrestling physically is fake, since these guys are so incredibly athletically gifted, and they do things on such an incredibly professional level that they make you think that it looks easy. That was the wonder of Tough Enough, was that a lot of people that watched it gained a new appreciation or respect for wrestling because they realized it ain't as easy as you think it is, and it takes a lot of incredible hard work, passion, and dedication to be able to do this.